You have made quite a... To what do I owe the honor? Well, well. Progress, at last. Then your arrival is even more momentous than I'd believed. I will spare you much of the technical detail, as I confess that pieces of it one cannot help but notice the... We had the beginnings of a plan to build a makeshift contraption to redirect grav drive energy to see if we could penetrate the barrier, but the project came...
I can imagine that without the speaker to issue clear directions, things have been difficult.
Every one of the houses needs to contribute, and every one... What should have been a cooperative effort turned... And so? Indeed. I believe I've done enough complaining for now. If you're here, the Council has likely... I need to oversee construction here. The first convert in generations. The only one to have heard from the speaker since the disaster. Oh, I think they will listen. House Vetol owes us access codes for the city power grid. It's the only way to guarantee enough power to activate the device. House Kadik was supposed to provide a young scientist named Sahima to help me. She had at least some experience with the original Citadel experiment. No idea why they refused to send her. And Hasmek, the new elder of House Dulkef, he has been distant, guarded. He claims to have vital information about an important component of the experiment, but has withheld it until now. Help me get what we need, and we will see what we can do for the speaker. And for House Varun. And I may have something that can help you in... We have been nearly overwhelmed with all that has happened over the last few weeks, but I have still spent some time doing my own research, when I can. These phantoms, the vortex. Fascinating subject, really. Yeah, if only there were... I know. I have lost friends and colleagues. We have encountered several interesting phenomena. First, while the phantoms shift to a fully human form when killed, they often retain small shards that appear to be an almost... Second, we have learned that killing the phantoms sometimes causes an even greater disturbance. Horrors, as they have been colloquially termed, can appear from... somewhere. These horrors and their spawn are infested with cysts, a seemingly organic manifestation of vortex energy. We have managed to collect enough to run experiments and have divided... Well, they... The process is simple enough, and depending on how you combine said materials, you may find the results to be... Yes, depending on how much... We have been nearly overwhelmed with all that has happened over the last few weeks, but I have still spent some time doing... These phantoms, the vortex. Fascinating subject, really.
House Kadik seems to have remained largely unscathed. How fortunate.
You can't be serious granting them an audience. This is exactly the impression we don't want to give.
Please, Jamal. Don't you see how all this works in our favor? It's not up for discussion. I'll risk what we've worked so hard to achieve. It's done.
No, you'd risk our future and reputation as a house. But you are the chosen elder.
Don't patronize me. The Great Serpent spared our house. We are favored here. And shouldn't you get back to the council? We can't afford to be absent at a time like this.
I guarantee I'm not missing much. But you're right.
So,
I'll be heading back
Akris
soon.
has sent our newest Vindic. Don't worry. Jamal's already told me all about you. I'm Razma. You're right. It's not wise to waste time on pleasantries, especially now. Besides, who am I to argue with the Great Serpent's choice? I know the Council is looking to Sahima for answers, but the truth is, she's been taken, along with other members of the House. They're being held hostage.
This is a major overreach. I have no...
The Zealots have yet to name specifics. At best, they'll demand an inordinate amount of credits or firearms. Worst case, a seat at the High Council or even the reinstatement of their house. House Maleen. They know we can't risk Sahima for Dazra's sake. So, they won't hold back when it comes to demands. Aha. My thoughts exactly. Normally I'd have agents doing everything possible to find them. But we too suffered losses. We need to be here. Present. I couldn't risk more lives. It's the only reason I even agreed to these negotiations. But now that you're here, I can finally take action. And that is where the issue lies. I don't know where the Zealots are keeping Sahima, but I have a good idea who does. Their name is Merrick. Merrick is a Kadik, and they also work for me as an agent in the Ministry of Conjunction. This is where matters get complicated. As I said, Merrick works for me in the Ministry of forcing them to give up the get the information any way you see fit.
Understood.
See that you do. You'll find Merrick upstairs.
Something I can do for you?
Taking a break? I sure could use one.
What I wouldn't give for one uneventful day in the MOC.
We have resorted to theft now, I see.
How's the documentation going?
Ugh, and mine's working not at all.
I take a burden of reports over the secrecy of our anything.
No, I'm glad you had. I heard it's impossible to decompose it. I can't imagine doing that kind of work and not being able to find a decent drink.
I envy you. As an envoy, I hope to become an agent of change and see more of the world.
You must have gotten the location. Ah, yes, the old Varun military outpost. If my intel is correct, you can find... The sooner the better.
We will do whatever is necessary to bring Sahima and the others back safely.
Now that we have a rescue mission underway, I'll speak to Merrick about setting up the negotiations. The current plan is to hold them at one of the geothermal power stations. Meet us there when Sahima and the others are safe. Good. I'll stall the zealots as long... That being said... Now, Jamal wants an update before you...
Vindicator, a word before you go. Tell me, Vindicator, what do you know about the Zealots? An oversimplified observation, but correct nonetheless. The Zealots are widely frowned upon within our society. They're a remnant of the Serpent's Crusade, days we'd like to forget. Has my dear sister given you any history on our house's relations with the Zealots? I'm surprised she even mentioned that much. Rasma would have everyone believe she only wishes to keep an eye on the Zealots, so the Council can make informed decisions. The truth is, she's had this particular group of Zealots under her thumb for quite some time. This is only a problem now because she's lost control. That is the real reason.
I would argue that what you describe would be considered treason. And rightly so.
Yes, I'll get... As a member, I can say it certainly is. House Kadik already has a reputation. Rasma wants the Zealots. She's been employing them, paying them. House Kadik would be condemned should anyone outside our house. What none of us expected was the disaster. The aftermath is what allowed the Zealots. Rasma has lost control and is putting House Kadik's... And that's what I wish to speak to you about. House Kadik shouldn't be associating with Zealots at all, except on an extermination level. But worse, we absolutely cannot be supplying them with ordnance of any kind. We need to cut ties with the Zealots altogether. How astute. I want you to put an end to any connections between House Kadik and the Zealots. And while my position won't allow me to be blunt, I'll still make it clear. Should the hostages not survive, Rasma would blame the Zealots and cut all ties.
House Kadik would go to any lengths, it seems.
Those few lives will be nothing compared to the lives the Zealots will take if House Kadik continues to supply them. Sacrificing them would open my sister's eyes, quelling any sympathy and desire to work with the Zealots. Once Rasma no longer sees the Zealots as an ally, the rest will soon follow. What we need is Sahima's research, which she has with her. You just need to bring it back. Think about it if you must. But if you care about your people, you'll come to the same conclusion as I have. And when you do, just know that we can't afford any loose ends. No witnesses. As far as everyone else is concerned, the hostages were dead when you arrived, and you exacted revenge in House Kadik's name. I trust you'll make the right decision. Until then, I'll see you at the negotiations.
Hopefully the soldiers are all out on missions or patrols and not gone.
I do not recall you asking if you could take that.
Steal from House Varun is to lose your hands!
Stop! We are taking you into custody. A wise decision.
information. We cannot just break it open. Hopefully the soldiers are all out on missions or patrols and not gone.
I do not recall you asking if you could take that.
chose us to survive. We should consider ourselves lucky.
I understand, but... What did they do to draw the serpent's ire?
There was no ire. They simply did their duties as a soldier. Our time will come eventually.
Not too soon, I pray. All I am saying is that I am not pleased.
Lot of work to be done. but it'll be done.
I pray that the great serpent will deliver us.
One wrong move, and I called the go. What do you want? I do not waste people's time. If you need my... I do not know what to make of your arrival here. You may have convinced the other. However... Now, what do you want? Here. We failed the great Stockman! You pay for that!
Did you hear something?
We were destined to succeed.
It is a disgrace that the Zealots flourish here, right under our noses. Always worth checking. Don't know what you might find in their pockets.
Give up already. You cannot reach me. Are you prepared to die? I cannot wait to kill
here to help. That's all. You have to get me out of here. Who? Serpent's Grace, I knew it! I knew she wouldn't just leave us here. It's more than just me. There are others. The Zealots have been using them to force me to continue my research here. They think I have all the answers since the original experiment was a
The Zealots were wise in their tactics.
The original experiment. The one that took out half of Dazra and sealed off the Scaled Citadel. I'm sorry. I realize the elders and council members may not be properly disseminating this information. I'm not one for politics, obviously. Well, the Zealots think they are forcing me to continue my research here. They want me to apply my theories to Anasco's Scaled Citadel debacle. Somehow they ascertained my previous involvement. So my theory is correct. I knew it! But no. No one wants... Of course. This is what it would take for Razma to send someone? We were taken amidst the chaos, so I never did get to fully observe the... I overheard this... Not only does the High Council deem me important, but I get it. But at least now... Alright. First, we need to free the other hostage. The Zealots aren't aware of how I've been delving into theirs. I told them I needed full access if they... They think I'm applying my theories to their poor... Right. Getting there. The other hostages are being kept just beyond this room. I can disengage the locks to their cell and... You just have to clear out that area first. And the Oh, I'm not... While you get the rescue underway, I'll meet you in the other... I'm more than capable of handling myself. Besides, the Zealots think they need me. If I'm not out there when you free the... And a well-thought-out one at that. I just need enough time to set up a remote device. Think of it as a failsafe to guarantee... Good. I'll see you outside.
Best not to leave anything useful behind.
Are you prepared to die?
good for?
Die today.
Well, either we press on or we turn back. Your call.
Great Serpent. Serpent, save me. Is this the end?
Thank the serpent.
I thought I was done for.
I'm not... The Great Serpent has heard me. Thank you.
Who are you?
Did Rosma send you?
You aren't a zealot. Who are you? The Great Serpent is merciful. I wish it were that easy. The zealots separated us. Our brethren are still out. Please, I can ready my people here, but you'll have to deal with the zealots. If you speak the truth, we'll...
We all made it. We're safe. You did it!
Serpent bless you. We owe you our...
Correction. It's time for you to get back. I'm going to stay back a moment and make sure everyone here is okay to make it back safely. I'll catch up with you shortly. Have I mentioned I'm sick of people telling me what to do? I'll be there when it counts. Now go.
These members of your house have suffered. I can respect your decision.
The Great Serpent was truly
Don't
watching
worry,
over us.
I'll be there.
If Dasra is to recover, everywhere the Zealots have infiltrated must be cleansed.
Is your intent to be unreasonable the whole time? I thought this was a negotiation.
We're having a friendly chat, aren't we? It's not my fault you don't find my offers acceptable.
Nah, just the person I wanted to see. Please tell me you bring good news. Exactly what I wanted to hear.
Razma, who is this? You allow any commoner to just waltz in on official business. I'd expect better security from House Kadik.
This is hardly official business.
Yes. And now these so-called negotiations are over.
Over? You'd risk everything after the whispers of a stranger. I demand to know who this is. You're no one. Only a complete fool would expect me to believe this.
It's true, Mihail. And if you don't leave now, peacefully, I'll make sure your ships and Shadow Station Epsilon are made dust.
You... How did you... You're bluffing.
Test me. You think a genius mind like mine wouldn't find a way to hack into every system in your base? This remote device will launch a virus that will detonate systems within Epsilon, and reach your ships as well.
You realize how this may affect future partnerships, Razma. You'd jeopardize our connections.
It jeopardizes nothing. It merely restores the natural order.
The natural order. I could take you all out here and now. You know every one of us is prepared to answer the Serpent's call.
You're so willing to sacrifice your allies at Shadow Station Epsilon?
You don't think they're as prepared as we are? We all answer the call, and if that day is today, so be it. No, but it's the death they know is possible. Besides, you think I'd turn my back on the insults thrown here today?
You mean, do we think you'd throw away your life and the lives of everyone at Shadow Station Epsilon over your pride, Mihail? No, I for one don't think you will. And you can't deny our partnerships have been beneficial for us both.
We'll see about that. Not your strongest argument, but I see your point. Our souls are prepared, but perhaps you are right. The Serpent would lose a very efficient disciple. You have a point, Promised. Perhaps you speak true after all. All right. I won't deny my brethren the death they deserve. But I won't forget this either. Don't think this won't change anything, Razma.
Things have already changed, Mihail. From the moment you kidnapped House members. These negotiations are over. Now leave us.
You have no idea how satisfying that was.
Yes?
say that rather went in our favor. House Kadik is in your debt.
As am I. I owe you my life.
Sahima, you are a part of this house.
I know. I just wanted to say thank you. Personally. And here, it's the research and algorithm the High Council wants. I'm sure they'll appreciate it more coming from you. I'm going back to check on the others, but maybe come find me when you're done. Great. You can find me at the Great House whenever you get the chance.
We'll talk later, Sahima. As I was saying, House Kadik is in your debt. You've helped me maintain a very precarious balance. And one day it will. But until then, they're a necessary evil. One that we'll be keeping a much closer eye on. I'd appreciate it if you kept this a secret. A fair price to pay for silence. The others involved know better than to speak of this. As much as it disappoints me, I can't say I'm surprised. Jamal's never cared for our view with the Zealots. And she has no love for those taken. But this is what makes her you and the rest of our house. Now, I have much to do.
If you find anything significant, say the word.
Got you your favorite from the meat house. Extra fatty, just the way you like.
No telling how long it will take to read this.
There was never a time when I was old enough to be allowed to drink alcohol here.
You do not understand. I saw a Nasco. Took measure of his burdens.
Ah, were you able to find... Perfect. I have no... If only the other. This leaves houses Dulkef and Fathol.
Politics can wait. Every moment we delay, and Nasco descends further into the void.
For the last...
It is the hubris of science that failed you in this moment. We reached out to the Great Serpent.
You claim he has forsaken us?
I do no such thing. Until that is proven, your work... I will forgive you for not knowing our customs, but I will not tolerate. But the proof is not in our words. It is in the vision. Anasco's presence still persists in this world, and he seeks our aid.
Fine. I feel like I've lived this argument 1,000 times, and the only way to move past it is to concede to its nonsense. Vindicator, speak to my sister. Agree to her fool's errand so that we may continue the work of saving this city.
I have seen visions of Anasco, sir, and now... And yet, you crossed paths with the Aura, the Great Serpent. But rest assured, At the edge of the crater, you will find a cave carved by the anomaly. It is as the great serpent foretold. In my visions, I witnessed. In the first, you breached the scaled citadel, but found and in time, all of Dazra was. Indeed, but there is another path. In the second future, I saw you make contact with Anasco, entering a cave through a formless wall. At its terminus was a gate, a path into the realm where our speaker resides. You stepped into this void, and in that moment, something changed. The false future, rewritten.
Roughly speaking, it could be that entering the vortex directly would allow you to speak with him. And while my readings do not show any anomalous activity, I admit there's a lot of interference. Still, that only emphasizes the potential danger involved here. I cannot approve of such an excursion on a minute chance Anasco is present. Not in the way you and I speak, but in crude terms, yes, provided you manage to maintain your own sanity through the process. But this is all purely theoretical. No one has ever entered the vortex and come back. I am no heretic, but to risk so much on a vision, it is a leap of faith I cannot condone. I will not stand in your way, however, as Inaza has stood in ours.
You may not realize it now, dear brother, but our goals are one and the same. Then you must embark to the northern edge of the crater. You will find an entrance there, one that has no form. Step through it, find Anasco, and...
hardly understand what I am seeing.
Were our sins really so great?
I suppose your credits are...
You do not. Sorry, apologies, but you're not. You do not have approval to trade with me.
Something is amiss, but I cannot speculate.
You have... Leave me. Your presence is not needed here. You have no business here.
The incident was a terrifying show of the serpent's power.
If the system is protected, there will hopefully be valuable data. Hello, love. Take care, love.
Have you had a moment to evaluate the report I sent you?
Indeed. I will have my official response finished soon, but I believe you are correct.
I'm relieved you agree. Although, in truth, I was hoping I was incorrect.
Everyone knows the consequences for heresy. Heresy is treason, and treason is punishable by death. Do not carry this weight on your shoulders. The heretics bring it upon themselves.
Apologies, but you're not clear to purchase from me yet.
Shared our values. How different this city would be.
If the grieved could focus on their devotion to the Great Serpent, Dazra would be well on its way toward restoration.
The great serpent I am happy to... Goodbye, dearest.
silence. Have you abandoned me, Great Serpent? Do you not hear my pleas? You understand me? Hear my voice. But I do not know you. I hesitate to ask, but what manner of being are you? Do you truly serve his will? No. I have heard my grandfather's tale of the moment of contact. You are not what he described. But to see you here, perhaps the Great Serpent works through you. That, in this dark moment, would be enough. I have reached out so many times to hear nothing but echoes. Yet you, an outsider, hear me plain. And for the first time, I hear you. Clearly your arrival here is fated. By stepping into this void, we are now linked. There is still reason to hope. The Great Serpent will see us through. But time is short. The bridge collapses. The gate is still open. The experiment still runs. Find me in the Scaled Citadel. I will wait for you there. answers with silence. Have you abandoned? Do you not hear? You understand me? Hear my... I hesitate to ask, but what manner of... You can lie to yourself. Shield your eye. I have reached out so many times. Clearly your arrival here is fated. There is still reason to. But time is short. The gate is still open. Find me.
Great Serpent Keep.
I saw one of those things. Felt its
Great goods for a great price. I was hoping you... That's an understatement. It's rare that but not just any, which in the eyes... Which reminds me, I'm Nalada Bray. Forgive me for not... My brother... Yes, thank... If you want to take a... Of course.
If you ask me, we should be celebrating.
You return. What news do you... Then my vision did not betray me.
Well, it would seem I owe you an apology, sister.
There is no need, brother. Your skepticism only
as you say. But, to the matter at hand, did Anasco mention anything that could aid us in his extract? Yes, the pinnacle of the Citadel was... If it still runs, that would
It is much more than that. Normally when I pray... But when I last prayed to the Great Serpent, I felt even as it receded, I felt him anchored to this world. Yes, there are... I believe the same.
I would need...
And that is the essence. I do not know what lies ahead, but I do know this.
Agreed. And with this settled, we can now continue the work of aligning the noble houses. Together, we will find a way to complete the mourning device.
Is everything going smoothly for you so far?
It's a constant battle, confidence and self-doubt. The repercussions if we're wrong.
I share both your fears and your experiences. We all do. I don't believe any one of us has worked with so many unknowns.
All we can do is our best. Let's just hope.
I'm not agitated.
You do not have approval to trade with me.
Do not fully bid. This is foolish, Victor. The High Council needs access
If
to
you
the
are
power
not a
grid
member of
if
House
we hope to
Bethal.
restore the city.
Another High Council lackey come begging? I told Lovick no more!
Forgive my brother. He has been forgetting his manners of late. Victor, this is Anasco's chosen.
You recall Lovik sent word.
I recall he spoke of a newly anointed promised. And we do not need help, especially from an outsider.
You can't continue to refuse the council. You must act.
Precisely, which is why he leaves me no choice but to say this. My nephew Varric has left, and until he returns, Victor refuses to—
These are hardly matters for the ears of an outsider. You have no idea what you speak of. You are an outsider. You have... The audacity! I should have you arrested.
Is this not the opportunity? A third party?
Yes, you said. And if he's become
Perhaps I have react. Tell me, Vindicator, are you well practiced in... I have heard reports on Ryujin from the Ministry of Conjunction. This news gives me hope. As Vittoria mentioned, my son... Essentially, he has abandoned his post. He is a traitor and must be...
Victor, surely you don't mean it.
He does. What my brother is trying to say is that he wishes his own son dead. First, we lose Vashti to that malignant, as if our house has not suffered enough loss already.
Of course it would. As someone from the settled systems, you have no concept of what the Great Serpent demands of us. I do not wish Vedic dead, but as head of the Ministry of State, he left me no... All must serve. Those who refuse will be met... The shame Vedic brought upon this house is... I will not act until this house is in order, and its members are properly aligned with the... Our duty as wardens is to keep the poppy... All must serve. Those... All must serve.
Will not be a part of this.
Now you will pay.
Will you answer the question? Good. As Vittoria meant, essentially, he is a traitor and
Victor, surely you don't mean it.
He does, Luth. What my brother. First, as if our...
Because he sees him. He is my son denounced. He dared to blame. It is heresy. I will not speak. Your focus. Of course it would. I do not. All must. Exceptions show weakness.
We have done this. You act as if... What about...
I will not risk. If the High Council...
And I would... My brother is acting under...
I have never been more clear. Speak against me. Varric has us. Only then. See that you get it. I recommend you start some of Varric, but keep in mind. See to it you do. All anyone needs to know is that you are looking for that. I will not.
Remember, Vindicator, that I would ask you to spare my nephew.
I, too, would ask you spare Varric. Victor is in no condition to be making such decisions.
You have a job to do, Vindicator. Get it done.
That is an excellent way to lose an eye.
Not looking for company right now. This railing is taken. Varric Vethal. And why should I know anything about the air? I'm nobody. Ask him yourself. Do I? Perhaps at one point. Varric. One day we're inseparable. And the next... I've searched all of Dazra for him. But he's gone. Couldn't even leave a note. That means he either doesn't want to be found or... well... Perhaps the Great Serpent... All right. But only because I want to know he's okay. I never found out where he is. But I know someone who might. His name is Tain Salavea. Hard to say right now, but Tain's a regular. If you stay a bit, you can't miss him. Just promise me you'll let me know if you find Varric. Thank you.
The guards overheard my neighbor forsaking the Great Serpent. What a fool. I have not seen him in days.
Some cosa to lift your spirits? Can I get you anything?
A drink or two ought to lighten this mood. Hey, aren't you that outsider made promise that showed up here recently? You telling me they made you promise, and you aren't even a believer? The High Council must be really desperate for answers if they overlook that. I'm an outsider myself. It's hard to get into the whole giant snake thing. And proud of it. I've been toting stuff back and forth for these people for years and still get the cold shoulder most places I go. But then these people lose half their city and you show up, and suddenly it's divine intervention. Well, glad Dawser didn't disappoint. Something tells me you aren't kidding. Anyway, enough about that. What can I do you for? Varric Vathal, huh? That's no small name around here. Well, I guess that depends, Vindicator. Who wants to know? Oh, sure. You just show up out of the blue and suddenly want to know where to find House Vathal's number. And I know he wasn't lost to whatever ate up half of Dazra. Plenty of people have seen him since. Although, let's just say after what went down here, my retirement's looking imminent. So if you're feeling generous, maybe we can help each other out. Nice to see we operate on this. I'm pretty sure he's heading into the Highlands. Just not sure where. But I do have the means to track. So you just say the word and we're on. After you. Once we're outside of Dazra, I'll fire up my tracker, and fingers crossed, it'll lead us right to him. Just head out the west gate, should be the fastest route.
This bar is the only thing keeping many people sane.
Our sins must have been considerable for the Great Serpent to subject us to this.
Sometimes it
Vindicator?
feels like we are not making any progress.
I hope you have a use in mind for that, and are not simply taking it for fun. Let's hope whatever experiments were going on here are not running loose. Hopefully they amount to something.
Salutations. Vindicator.
My brother lost his wife.
Temporary encampment, but not an uneventful stay for the occupant.
Keep your eye out for anything that might point us. Friends? Guess we both felt a couple of drinks and everyone...
I would move the stars for you. But I hope it does not come to that.
This view. Despite everything, I cannot help but be moved by how beautiful my home can be.
You'd be great at running from the cops.
Shall we agree
They'd never
that
chase
was
you down
an
that drop.
unfortunate accident?
up, you degenerate. Crimson Fleet! This is Sirak Vetal. This is Sirak Vetal. This is Sirak Vetal. This is Sirak Vetal.
Veric's been busy if he got this. Guess we both felt a couple of drinks. He's a good enough guy. A little naive. And his friend Eggy blames his dad for it. Well, it's Victor. But Veric, he'll go on these. He's just used to get when you're raised to be up. So sometimes when hanging around with us, hey, whatever. I think we lost him.
Winner takes all is the phrase. Is it not?
I could have done without that. All my years and all the planets I've been. Terror, what? I think I'll pass. At least I don't see a body around here, so I hope that means Veric's alive. You find anything? Injured? Hope he doesn't bleed out by the time we find him. Well, what's next? Veric must have fled in a hurry since his tracker's still here. So guess the rest is up to us. Sounds like a plan. Let's head back down and see what we can find. And by we,
Growth Caregiver Protocol is active.
That's far enough, strangers. You wanted... House Vedal's heir. It makes sense now.
you've seen him. You saw Varric?
Yes. I believe we did.
Irina, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Zen. Yes, I know quite well. Never mind my partner, they're just overly cautious. As I said before, I've never seen Varric Bethal. We keep to ourselves. There's no reason for a path. But...
That's gotta be Varric.
it's too coincidental. It must have been him. We sent him north. There's a long-abandoned growth farm. He claimed we even gave him 2 of our own growths to get...
Thanks for the help.
All must serve.
Tag me in. All you. Nothing going on out here. How about you? Find anything? Sounds like it's a waiting game then.
It seems I have uninvited guests. You want to explain yourselves?
Whoa, hey, it's me. Dang.
It's not you I'm concerned about. It's you.
Rightfully so.
I wish I could say I was pleased to meet you, but something tells me this isn't. Please, if you're here on my father's orders, allow me to plead my case. I'm glad someone does for once. I am not sure how familiar you are with our culture, but I was born House Vithal. I was raised to inherit, but I want none of it.
With House Vithal? Easier said than done.
This is true. House Vethal and the Ministry of State are known to be the most devout and punitive of the houses. It would not be easy to leave without extreme consequences, as you know.
It's never mattered how much I tried to reason with him. My father simply would not let me go. His pride and the fear of what it would mean for House Vithal is all he cares about. That's the issue. As far as my father's concerned, he's the most supportive parent out there. Giving me all the tools and teachings I need to inherit House Vithal and assume the reins of the Ministry of State. I'm the ungrateful one. I'm the problem. Not him. All I want is to make my own life. Something Tane understood and was willing to help me with.
The credits help too, but yeah, guess you got the whole scoop now. I was hoping you'd see it that way. I lost my ship to the incident, so I didn't want Barrick running off thinking I could just grab him and go. I was also out all the credits he was gonna pay me. That's where you came in. I figured, why not 2 for the price of 1? I didn't realize it was gonna turn into a whole thing.
So, now you know my true intentions for leaving, and given the circumstances, I may be here for some time. My hope now is to make the best of it here. I suppose I owe you that much. The truth is, the Scaled Citadel was the last straw. My people are so blinded by faith and politics, they don't see how it's destroying us. Anasko Varun eliminated half our population in the blink of an eye. My sister Vashti among them. I could no longer live in a society that won't put its people first. that would destroy itself in the name of a god that has done nothing for us. Especially when that faith leads to hate. I hope you can see why I want to walk away from all this. To start my own life. I ask that you give me that chance. Anything. Name it. My ring. Vashti gave it to me. It's all I have left of her since the cataclysm. The disaster took every physical reminder of her except for this ring. Just wiped her from existence. True. It's as if she's looking out for me. One last time. Take it. I'll find solace in the fact that the ring will remain with my family. And now I hope we are done here. Thank you for seeing reason. I owe you both my life and freedom.
Now that's over with. I'm gonna hang back here, talk to Varric a bit. Besides, I don't want to be around when you break the news to Victor. Do me a favor and find me at the Herald's Rest when you're done.
Nominal, we are ready to depart. My favorite. A good team always shares the load. I'm sorry to see you go.
Well, you're back.
What have you done? Varric.
This blood is on your hands, Victor. I hope you remember this. I have not overlooked your involvement in this.
No, it was Varric's choice. He knew the consequences.
You were his father. You were supposed to protect him. You think you are doing what is right out of some blind dedication, but you are destroying this house. You already lost one child. You had to murder the other.
Victoria!
I will not hear any more of this. It is done. Leave us.
Oh, I am leaving to mourn my nephew whose memory you disgrace with your very presence.
Victoria!
Leave her be, Luther. The Great Serpent will guide her. She will understand in time and emerge stronger for it. Then I can appreciate a tool that does not question. Ultimately, I care nothing for what you think. Now, did you find any... Good. Unfortunately, I have heard rumblings among the people of Varric's disappearance. So your credit, wardens are dealing with the matter as we speak. But, you... Here. Now go. Ecris awaits, Vindicator.
I don't blame you.
No, I will not help you.
Is it done? You're back.
What have you done? Varric.
This blood is on your hands, Victor. I hope you remember this. And I clearly said exceptions should be made.
No, it was Varric's choice.
You were his... You think you are the lost one.
Vittoria!
I will not hear any... Leave us!
Oh...
Vittoria!
Leave her be, Luther. The Great Serpent will guide her. Then I can appreciate it. Ultimately, Now, only... Did you find anyone who aided my son? Good. Unfortunately, I have heard rumblings among the people of Varric's disappearance. Wardens are dealing with the matter as we speak. But you restored order to this house, and have my gratitude. Here, the access code that Ekris needs to connect to the power grid. Now go. I have much to...
No, I will not hurt you.
Well, you're back.
What have you done? Varric.
This blood is on your hand. And I also told you to spare him.
No, it was Varric's choice.
You think you are the lost...
Vittoria!
I will not leave us!
Oh,
Vittoria!
Leave her be, Luther. The Great Serpent will... Indeed it does. Now, only one matter. Did you find any... Good. Unfortunately, wardens are dealing with them. But, here. Now go.
I don't blame you for what happened. I only wish you would have prevented it. I would allow Vittoria her space. Serpent, guide you.
Ekris awaits, Diviner.
Since the incident, full dedication is even more necessary.
The Great Serpent saved us.
Serpent's speed be with you, Vindicator. Excellent. Now...
Never in his worst nightmares could have imagined Jinan Balloon saw a future like this.
Outsiders. We must rebuild Dazra to its former glory.
It is comforting to see that at least some places can maintain a degree of normalcy.
And what about this talk of missing supplies? I would think the conversation starts there. Hmm?
I apologize, but with the cataclysm, the investigation has been slow going.
How convenient.
You're putting the Groat before the horns! The issue is not the supplies, it's the workforce! This may sound radical, but if we could reunite with some of the exile from House Malene...
Careful, Envoy. It means nothing if those who lend a hand are holding a knife.
Not to mention, they're completely sloughing mad. What? Too soon? It's only been about 50 years.
For now, let me see what I can find out regarding the missing supplies. It's possible they were lost in the tragedy along with everything else, but I don't know for sure. Once that is sorted, we can revisit this debate. First the cataclysm, now this. There's too much going on right now. Pray that I could, but right now I need more time, not less. I'm sorry if I seem a bit flustered. Things have been chaotic since the cataclysm, and now word of missing supplies. But that doesn't excuse my rudeness. Let me at least... My name is... Likewise. And I'm well aware of who you are. Word of the first convert in generations is on everyone's lips these days. But I'm sure you are busy getting adjusted to life here. Is there anything I can help you with? Time is pressing. Was there anything else? Please, go on. You've paused. Is something the matter? Trouble only begins to describe it. It's about the supply shortage. There may be a reason for it beyond the cataclysm itself. A week ago, my cousin Ukaru came to my office concerned about a series of lost shipments. He was certain someone was using the tragedy as cover to steal supplies and route them to our enemies. Agreed. It is difficult to believe, and as such, the proof must be ironclad. So I told my cousin to return with more evidence, and when I didn't hear back, I assumed that was the end of it. But this morning, I received a slate from a courier. It was from Ukaru. It was worrying, to say the least. It felt like Ukaru was trying to warn me. The contents were cryptic. He mentions a possible conspiracy and being followed and, well, I hate to say it, but I'm starting to panic. He hasn't shown up to work in days, and the timing of all this feels suspicious.
A sudden absence would give credence to the idea he was followed.
Agreed. Ukaru was extremely punctual. An absence like this is very unlike him. But if he is in danger, I don't know if it's safe for me to investigate. I need someone disconnected from the noble houses. Ukaru's workstation is likely your best bet. He's been working in the rehabilitation unit on the 3rd floor of the Halls of Healing. If you run into any issues with access, hand this slate to my fellow executors. Once you locate him, report back to me. I've got a meeting at House Kadik later, but I shouldn't be hard to track down. Hopefully you'll find my cousin alive and safe.
I have not seen my sister in days. Great serpent, I pray not to head.
I'm sorry, but I cannot just give you supplies. We are stretched razor thin as it is. We have examined your children and found that they were not in immediate need of treatment. Other patients are in more dire circumstances and require assistance. I do not like it any more than you do, but that is exactly what I am saying. Your children will be fine if the Great Serpent wills it. Vindicator.
House Dulkev is at your service. Hello, Vindicator. Malibor has kept me informed of the situation. The deadlock of the High Council. Good. Good. I'm pleased that the Council is once again working towards a solution. It felt wrong not to help. Do you know where I was when it happened? The incident, they call it. I was in the temple next door, conversing with my cousin. I was in the middle of replying to him about, I don't even recall. Some meaningless bit of family drama, I am sure. One moment he was there, my cousin, the floor. My loss? Yes, I suppose. Although, from an outside perspective, one could consider it a fair trade. Given my new role. Perhaps even a gain. I agree. And yet, with the proper detachment, you cannot imagine it. A meter's distance was all that separated me. I could be gone as well. But here... Hopefully you can deliver them from this. But what comes after? I'm sorry. I've grown so tired of the council squabbling, and I want no further part in it. I have no demands, no requests. All must serve. And House Dulcev is no exception. The Speaker has always been the guiding light of House Varun. In his absence, it is what I can tell you. House Dulcev keeps extensive. I provided him with the shipping manifests from the town. I told UNESCO where those... The timing is too close to be coincidence. UNESCO returned from the site in unusually good spirits. He boasted of something called the Vortex Interlock, and that it was the key to unlocking some new unseen potential. Whatever records exist of this interlock were swallowed up with the Citadel. And as for the original site, executors were sent, but did not return. And we can spare no more casualties. So I suggest it is the only place to learn more about this Vortex Interlock. And should your search be fruitful,
The requests for aid and supplies never cease. Thank you for stopping to talk to me. My name is Lijana Dulcev. Normally, I would ask how I can help you, but under the circumstances, I am the one who needs help. I oversee the delivery of goods to those living outside the city. Unfortunately, I have sought a replacement, but... No, of course not. You're new here. But please, I beg you, hear what I wouldn't normally seek help from someone However, I am not... The truth is, it is very important to me that someone makes these deliveries. The truth is, I am new to this position. When I assumed these duties, it was impressed upon me that I would carry a... The Ministry has never... That reputation... With every rising and setting of the Great Star, yes. And often perhaps the Great Serpent has guided your path. The delay has been too long already. If the situation is not resolved soon, the people will begin to lose... I cannot allow that. Time is wasting, so I will get to the point. I would like you to be my new courier. Our deliveries are paid upon arrival. You can keep the payments for yourself. The Ministry of Commerce has a sterling reputation, and it is my duty...
I think that we should help her. Those supplies might be important, perhaps even vital.
They are indeed, and our customers have been waiting far too long to receive them. Please tell me that you will accept. Don't force me to beg on my knees where all can see. Only 3 packages. Hardly a burden. With that being said, it is a dangerous time to travel outside the city, so be vigilant. You have lifted a great weight from... Here are the packs. One is for Alikcha Dalka. Another is for Firano. The last is for... May the Great Serpent...
This journey has renewed my faith. Victor Vithol executed his own son.
Quite a view. Welcome, my friend. Are not the beauty? There is serenity. It is the ideal. A kindred spirit. Let us share. Now close your eye. Do you feel that? Such you may think. The great serpent. So Ligiana had this package of dried and salted. So captivated. I know it. If we carry out, compared to... Very well. But you should know that an obsession with here is your payment. Go in peace, my friend.
Just trying to survive one more day.
you'd catch me unaware, did you? Unless you want to... I suppose that's true. You had me at your... We've got pirate, and that's to say nothing of those. I know the courier. Tell me the name of the person. Fine, so you're telling the truth. I won't apologize. That. I fixed my sheet. But now, at last, the serpent knows. No doubt he hears my loud swearing when I struggle to get... I needed it many days ago. Take your credits and leave me in peace. Talking just makes me more irritable. And before you ask, yes, such a thing is possible.
It has been quite a challenge to keep all of the records in order.
Growing up, I only found myself in the halls of Tulum on rare occasions. Training accidents, mostly. Always found these gardens comforting.
Groats really are wise creatures. You can see it in their eyes. Hello there. I don't know your face. I can think of only one. You must be the new courier. I know that it's very sad what happened. His name was Shim. All of it stolen. Yes, I was. After, he would always have a new joke that he'd share. He had a gift. Sometimes, I would laugh so much that my sides would ache. I will miss him. Oh, good. It's definitely the right package then. I spent a small fortune on these spices. They're some of the rarest we have, as well as the most pungent. Cooking is my Thank you for... Oh, here's the payment.
My day is sudden. What have you got for me? I will be here for you, as always.